The Great Depression was by far one of North America's greatest economical downturns in history. Road to Perdition, directed by Sam Mendes, endeavours a live-action portrayal of its comic book adaptation. It doesn't go deep in exploring any of its political or economical issues, rather it's a film that entails an engrossing story with some of the most breathtaking pieces of cinematography and captivating performances. Road to Perdition tells the tale of Michael Sullivan, portrayed by Tom Hanks, who works as a hitman in clandestine for his father's crime syndicate unbeknownst to his family members. When his son incidentally intrudes on one of his late-night shifts, the situation becomes shaky as his occupation is unveiled, which results in serious consequences for the Sullivan family. Grieved by betrayal, Tom Hanks sets on a journey with his last surviving member of his family in hopes of exacting revenge against his treacherous father, the once respected father figure that he now considers his mortal enemy, with their father-son relationship now falling into shambles as an ill-fated tragedy is assured. Road to Perdition is a film which offers a variety of themes that makes you feel really embroiled with the film's premise. So, its performances are incredibly humane and empathetic that creates a dramatic yet neo-realistic universe, with themes covered along the path of violence, maturity, and the aforementioned father-son relationship. During Michael and his son's adventure, we are gradually shown of how their relationship develops as they encounter new obstacles to sustain themselves. We effectively see them become like partners in crime. For instance, Michael's son learns to drive his father's motor vehicle. He also learns to take heavy responsibilities like no other normal kid would dare to. Essentially, he turns from a boy to a fighter for survival. Their relationship is essentially the impetus that drives the story forward, as we witness some memorable events as we see their trust and connection evidently nurture.
What is the clutch?
The clutch, it clutches.
Right, it clutches. Which of those pedals is the clutch?
For the tractor! Watch out for the tractor!
We made it!
Oh yeah, we made it.
The tremendous characterization doesn't just stop with these two. Jude Law, as the freelance hitman, displays one of the most twisted personalities akin to a savage hunter in his goal to assassinate Michael. His disposition is not only disturbing due to his sadistic nature in shooting the dead.
I shoot the dead. Dead bodies, that is. I don't kill them.
I should hope not.
But it's the nuance he displays towards Michael in particular that really captures the substance of an obtrusive killer in disguise with a distorted sense of integrity. Of course, we also have the head of the Sullivan family, acted by legendary now deceased Paul Newman. While his screen time may be relatively limited, Newman brings a wise, senescent performance that strongly convinces viewers of the contrasting relationship towards Michael and Connor. That of the jealousy and favoritism that is subtly connoted in the first half of the film, especially when Connor is involved.
I'd like to apologize.
You would like to apologize? Try again.
On the technical side, Road to Perdition showcases a multitude of consistent and well-crafted decor and composition. The variety in its cinematography thoroughly displays the depth and gravitas of its Great Depression period. As depicted, the crime syndicate are clad in informal black suits while indoors, which changes drastically as they move outside wearing trench coats and Homburg hats that signify the decadence of Americans' economical depression, albeit there being the mild imitation of Hitchcock's Rear Window scene. The musical score, composed by Thomas Newman, is one of the most captivating works that meshes so well with Road to Perdition's gallant story. The pacing of the film is so well balanced that Newman knows just how to convey the appropriate tone in groundbreaking moments that range from vivid piano pieces, poignant orchestras, and suspenseful bell chimes. There isn't much flaws to be notable through Road to Perdition's micro-elements as a whole. However, when we consider focusing on the film's historical and cultural aspects, audiences may find this to be the inferior side of its stellar potential. Given its period is situated during 1931, the story doesn't delve deep into its political or financial issues, neither does it reveal particular events or motives through the crime syndicate itself. Most of its setting is simply portrayed through dark, grim interior shots, appropriate costuming, and, well, mostly diegetic sound as a mechanism for some ambiguous yet cartoonish effects. You'll notice there is very limited dialogue at all spoken as the film progresses, with the occasional foreshadowing and subtext to maintain our interest. That said, Road to Perdition isn't really a media source that seeks to inform viewers of its Great Depression events. Instead, Sam Mendes follows the conventional philosophy of utilizing mise-en-scene to present Road to Perdition's story in a more sublime Hollywood fashion, in which academics would likely perceive in a duplicitous way despite the film's seriousness and dark undertones. This duplicity isn't exactly a negative as per se. At some point in the film, we're presented nefarious names such as Frank Nitti and Al Capone, who makes a cameo in a deleted scene. While they do provide solid performances in their small window of screen time, they don't serve much purpose for the film except to be glamour icons or irrelevant farce for the film's historical shortcomings. Which is why this scene was not included in the final edit for well plausible reasons.
How can one single man and a small friggin' child do so much pestilence?
Pestilence, Al?
Pestilence, the plague. He's plaguing me. He's like some old ancient plague. I'm hemorrhaging. I'm bleeding C-notes in 3 states. People are laughing at me.
Nobody's laughing at you.
Answer this question, John. I extend a helping hand to an old pal, taking his one and only son, protect him like he was one of my own. And in return, I get robbed.
Road to Perdition is a stunning American crime film, showcasing some of the most terrific pieces of cinematography and high-end quality soundtracks, as well as solid and consistent acting by its cast. Road to Perdition is a film definitely worth taking a look at, particularly if you're an individual with an interest for father-son relationships and tragic themes. While it does have a predictable climax and lacks the sophistication of being a historical memoir piece for academics, Road to Perdition still manages to capture the essence of its genre by executing its elements in a simple yet well-polished fashion. Road to Perdition is currently distributed by DreamWorks Pictures in America and 20th Century Fox across the rest of the globe, and is available for DVD Blu-ray purchase at Play.com and Amazon. Other film recommendations to watch is none other than The Untouchables, starring De Niro, Kevin Costner and Sean Connery, also set within the Depression era, alongside Leon the Professional, a thriller film which hyper-encapsulates the notion of human bonding. Among the anime spectrum, Usagi Drop is a jewel crafted in heaven, worth seeing if you appreciate the idea of adoptive parenting. If you're looking for something with a more parlous yet highly emotional experience, Studio Ghibli's renowned Grave of the Fireflies is an epic piece that should not be missed. Once again, this has been Vinny of JJ Atelier. Till we meet again, keep it classy, folks.